take it in a couple of games, Miami, Georgetown, the ability to make those plays. How big was that for you guys in terms of maybe coming together as a team?
That was huge tonight for us. I think we took a step there in that area. As a team, just get stops when we need to get stops in the back. We struggle with that, so I was happy to see us do that as a team tonight.
Chris, 6 steals tonight, and close to a UF record. Just a little bit about what you were trying to do, being disruptive defensively throughout the game, particularly the first half of the press.
I just did what Coach Donovan told me to do before the game, just play my game and go out there, play defense, and have a defensive mentality and anticipate on the defensive end.
Billy, I'm sorry because I came in a couple minutes late. Just to close the way you guys did, how much of a building block can that be for this team?
Yeah, I think these guys need to learn a lot, and I think one of the things you want to see in an event like this on such a quick turnaround is, we had an emotional loss yesterday, and could we play better today? I thought we improved in some areas. I think at times we're, offensively we're getting bogged down, but there's times we're getting pretty good looks, at the basket. I mean, Jay Kurtz tonight has been terrific for us all year. He had 3 or 4 missed layups. Dorian had some around the basket, missed layups. We missed free throws, and we still have not eclipsed the 70-point mark this year. And we've got to understand how to manufacture points. And I think sometimes we sabotage ourselves with turnovers and those kind of things. But I really thought today, we had 13 assists, only 9 turnovers. I'd like to see a little bit more, but it's hard to get a high number of assists when you shoot 34%. But I felt like the ball movement was better, and I felt like our spacing was better. And we just got to I thought Chris did a really, really good job of putting pressure on their defense and finding people and making the game easier for them. And we've got to learn how to make the game easier for each other. So there's a lot we can get better, at right now. And, I know we're a little bit shorthanded. We've been a little bit banged up. But it's been good, I think, to at least grow and learn a little bit. And listen, our schedule's difficult and challenging, and we got a long way to go.
Why don't you decide what we
He wanted to try. He was very, very sore at shoot around, so we held him at a shoot around. He got some treatment after shoot around. He wanted to try to give it a go in warm up, so we went out there. He just wasn't moving well enough, so the trainer decided to hold him out. I don't know if he's playing tomorrow. I didn't even check after that. I just knew he was out today. Again, he is cleared. It's all where he's at from pain. He was pretty sore this morning, so. We'll find out something tomorrow if whether or not he can play.
Some good looks, some confidence issues.
I just think we got to keep battling and keep getting better. Just keep working, stay to the process. And right now it's not good, but we gotta have faith that it's gonna work out if we stick to what we do. So.
I think to that point, not to cut Michael, I think to that point, from an offensive standpoint, because I've spent a lot of time with these guys just trying to talk about attacking schemes, things like that. I think one of the things that we have a hard time with, and he's pretty good at it and it comes a little natural to him, is, you have 2 choices, I think, as a coach. You can become very, very patterned and you become very, very easy to scout. Or you can play with multiple options where guys have got to make reads and got to make plays. That is an area we really struggle in right now. We struggle to find and let things develop. And I think because of that, we miss the open man. We don't maybe make the pass where it needs to be, where it needs to go. And I think sometimes our timing gets thrown off. And we miss, the thing I don't want to happen to our team, and I've seen this happen before, Michael's running the floor and he's working his tail off to get open, and he's got to open, he's got to look, and he wants the ball, and for some reason, guy's looking the other way or doesn't recognize it. Those kind of things we've got to get better in terms of understanding how to utilize each other. And they're willing to. It's just that we have these lapses where, somebody forgets a play, somebody doesn't run the right cut, we get denied, timing, we just got to get a whole lot better there.
Billy, I know you want Chris Walker to use his athleticism more and let the game. What were your thoughts about what he did tonight?
Yeah, I thought he was certainly amped up last night. I thought he did, he made some crazy plays. He was catching the ball in the mid-post. He just needs to play to his identity. He needs to screen and roll hard to the basket. He needs to get along the baseline for dump down passes and dunks. He got a couple of those tonight. He needs to chase balls on the backboard and really be aggressive up on the glass. And, you know, occasionally he's going to get a post-up, but that's going to be the extent of his offense, and run hard and try to outrun some people down the court. I thought he actually gave us really good effort and minutes, you know, for the time he was in there tonight.
Your thoughts about North Carolina? It's been a while since you've faced a Roy Williams coach team. I think it goes all the way back to Kansas in 2002. Your thoughts about seeing North Carolina?
Yeah, man, I mean, it's great, man. It's part of the reason why we played in this term was to play against high-level competition. You know, this will be our third game. You know, the big thing for our guys, I think, is to get some rest. We'll have to overcome, I think, some depth issues. That they're probably their issues with regards to numbers are not what our issues are. They're going to play a lot of people. They've got a lot of depth. They got a lot of size. I'll get a chance to watch them tonight. But, you know, just the opportunity to play again tomorrow against another high-quality team. One thing I'll say is coming out of the event, we're going to have a lot of information that we can go back home with and really break down and look at before we play again. But these guys just need to understand that, you know, you play this level of schedule and this caliber of talent there, it's, you know, it's challenging. And as much as we were, you know, 3-2 right now, we could have won every single game and we could have lost every single game. I mean, that's the reality, that when you play against high-level competition, that's what ends up happening. We could have easily lost today. We could have easily lost to Monroe. You know, we could have easily beat Miami. Could have beat Georgetown. That's kind of the way the year goes sometimes when you play against high-level competition. So I think they're hopefully understanding what goes into these games and how focused and how every possession means something.
So is he more comfortable after you?
Yeah, I felt a lot more comfortable today. Like I said, I had a talk with Coach Donovan before the game, and it just built my confidence. He just taught me to play to my game, and
What did you do?
a defensive play my game. Play defense, set my teammates up for good shots.
Did you know the shot clock was about to wind down? So kind of about to do something on that long one. Kind of got alerted to the game.
I lost. I didn't see it, and I heard my teammates call out shot clock was like 3 seconds. So I looked up.
He does it all the time, and he really does. He does it all the time in practice, and it really upsets Pelfrey. It really upsets him.
You said, Bill, you mentioned before, you know, you even got here that you're a little concerned about pressing, limited depth, but it seemed like today, maybe you had to do it during some stretches. What kind of impact did it have for you guys, particularly the first half?
I'm sure it's going to have some impact, but, you know, I don't know. With tournaments like this, I think you always worry about focusing on today.
Yeah, but I mean the impact in the game today.
I think it'll have impact. I think it definitely will have impact. You know, to what level, I don't know. I thought we started to tire at the end of the game today. You know, I thought we started to tire, but it will have some impact, no question.
It's too much being made of the offensive numbers. And, I mean, I know it's different here, different team, of course, but you guys weren't exactly an offensive juggernaut. You know, last year, I think you averaged 69 or 70 last season, too. It's too much being made of it, do you think?
I don't think so. I think it's a problem. And I don't say that in a way that we can't get better at it. But I think just if we take the approach that, hey, everything's going to be okay, that's not the approach. It's a problem right now. And part of the problem is guys' feel of playing the game and understanding strengths, talents, abilities, angles, things like that. You know, like we're coming out of the timeout, and, you know, I thought Casey Hill played better today, but, like, you know, he's got to get the ball to the elbow, and he's standing there, you know, looking at the guy at the elbow. Well, have an act, you know, take it a little bit to the left and make believe you can, you know, come back. You know, just like stuff like that, that really gets us bogged down, and all of a sudden we can't, timing gets messed up, and the flow of it becomes a little bit more challenging. So we've got to be able to do a better job with that. But it's a problem right now. You know, it really is, using the screens, execution, spacing. And like I said, we've got some guys that are, you know, pretty good at it, pretty, you know, savvy with it. But, you know, like when he's open, they need to make the game easy for him. The game needs to be made easy for him. They got to find him and get him shots when they can. And there's a lot of times when you watch film, he gets missed. And it's not because guys are doing anything, you know, because they don't want to throw it to him. I think it's just a lack of awareness. And we got to have what I would call better offensive awareness.
One more. Any familiarity with the some Florida kids on their team, Barry and big kid from West Palm Beach?
Yeah, both good players. You know, James is a little bit of a veteran guy. Joel's a freshman, but, you know, two good players.
All right. Thanks, guys.